Today we're going to be doing an unbiased review of the Bison by Ecotric. As you notice, look at these big rims. They're 26-inch rims on this thing with fat tires. Probably the fattest tires I've seen on a bike yet. They're 4.8 inches wide, great for sand and whatever it gets in its way. It's got a half throttle for the electric part of the bike with a 7-speed Shimano, which you change for the standard gears like any other bike has. Comes with an S900 display that has the controls over here that control it. It comes with a little bell, a double piston fork right here, which a lot of bikes don't even have suspension. It has a 17.5 amp hour battery, which is a little bit larger than most batteries on a bike. It does have a rear shock and spring back here for your suspension, which a lot of e-bikes do not have rear suspension at all. And the seat has 2 springs in it too. Just your standard pedals, like any other bike, make it go without the battery. As you work your way to the end, it has the 7-speed Shimano gear system, and the motor right here is 1,000 watts, which is pretty impressive for a bike. Usually it's 750, so it's got some oomph to put these bad boys down. See that it does have disc brakes, which so far they look like they're pretty. I want to show you how tall this bike is. This seat is all the way down. Now, yes, I could probably modify it to go lower, but I can't anyway the way it is, and I'm 6'3". I mean, my toes are barely touching the ground. So if you're taller than me, which there are people, and they have struggled to find a nice sized bike, this is going to be tall enough for you. If I put the seat all the way up, my toes will not touch the ground. I'm not saying if you're short, you can't ride this, because my daughter could probably ride this. For all those 7-foot tall people that are even taller than I am, there are some. I'm going to show you. I'm going to adjust the seat all the way up to show you that you will fit on this too. Like I said, I'm 6'3". I'm telling you, there's no way you're gonna. This bike is not tall enough for you. So yeah, I'm like I said, 6'3", and I'm putting this back down. There's no way. There's no way you're too tall for this bike. There's just not. It's not even possible. This is my wife at 5'8". And her feet don't touch at the lowest part of the seat. So if you're short and you are worried about putting your feet down, I'd highly recommend not getting this bike because it can be extremely dangerous, especially when you need to stop at stop signs, red lights, whatever it is. You can't put your feet down, so you have to dismount the whole bike. As you already see, the bike is already assembled, but it came in a fairly good sized box. It's about 85 pounds. The only thing I had to put together was the front tire had to be put on. Very simple. Comes with all the tools you need and the handlebars. There's 2 Allens to put together and that's it. It's very simple. Anyone can do it. There's no special tools needed, no special skills needed. It does come with a charger for the battery and a manual how to put the whole thing together. All right, so the bike does weigh 81 pounds, so it's more than your average bike, but it's not unbearable to pick up, as you see. And the battery does weigh 12 pounds, so if you take that out, that can change the weight of it tremendously, and you can pick it up, put it wherever you need if you can't carry the 80 pounds. To turn the bike on, fairly simple. You take the key, it comes with 2, stick it in the keyhole, and 1 click over. Then you come up and you hold the M button down, and it turns on. Very easy to work with. You do is press the 2 buttons right here, and as you see right here, you're in 2, 3, 4, 5, which is the power levels of how fast you can go in the electric speed, the throttle, and pedal assist. You bring that to 0, it's only pedal. The throttle won't do anything. If you look, I'll do this real carefully. And to turn it off, you either hold the M button down or you turn the key off. Removal of the battery is fairly simple. You stick the key in, counterclockwise, pull, and you pull towards the side that doesn't have the crank on it for the chain. Easy as that. And same as going back in, you want to kind of put the front in first, wiggle it in, and just literally slides back in and you're locked back in. That easy. If you don't want to remove the battery to charge it, you can just plug it in on the other side. There's a port for the charger to plug in. You can keep it on the bike and just let it sit. All right, so we just completed the range test on the battery from completely full to empty. And we were able to do 37 miles, which is exactly what the brochure says the bike will do. That was mostly city riding, going about 20 to 22 miles per hour. The bike battery can handle up to 400 to 600 cycles. That means you can drain the battery all the way down to 0 and charge it up to 100, 400 to 600 times. That can equal up to 20,000 miles. or if you charge it once a week, if you use it occasionally, about 10 years. When you go to charge the battery, expect about 6 to 8 hours for it to charge completely if it's dead. They consider this a Class 2 e-bike due to its having a throttle assist on it with the pedal assist. The bike will go 21 miles per hour topping out, restricted. You can unrestrict the bike by using the display, and it will go up to 31 miles per hour, no problem. To put the bike in unrestricted mode, very easy. All you have to do is push these two buttons and hold them together. You will get into a menu. Press the menu button again. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's where you need to turn the 35 all the way up to 45. Don't go past it. It'll go to 15. 45, then hold the two buttons again, and you're back to... Pedaling with pedaling assist is very easy, but the battery dies. It is quite a challenge to pedal it, even with the gear system. If you're wanting to pedal this, I pray for you. Which, if I come to the gear system, there is a flaw in the gear systems. 1 through 2 do rub the tire, so they do not work correctly. But after 3 to 7 do work. Honestly, you don't need 1 through even 3. You don't. You can use the rest of the gears just fine. So we are going down the same street every time, and this is in pedal assist 0. It's only pedaling. I'm gonna go through gear 3 through 7, so it's because 1 and 2 hit the tire. So that's what we're gonna do and see how fast we can go. See how practical it is. Oh. All right, it's not too bad. All right, so I'm a light pedal. I'm not gonna try to kill myself. 4. 10 miles per hour. 11. Gear 5. So I guess it is possible to pedal it. Okay, do it slowly downhill. 6. Definitely feel a little harder to pedal. I guess maybe that was 7. So you're able to pedal going about 15 miles per hour. 7's a little difficult to pedal, and I'll give it that. So we'll go back down to like 5. It's a little more practical, doable if you ran out of juice. I'm struggling. No, went the wrong way. We're gonna go down to 3. Going back uphill. It's not fun. All right, so this is pedal assist 1. We're gonna use absolutely no pedaling, just throttle. And we're gonna work our way up to 5. Nine, 6. All right, so 2. Oh, I can feel that. 14 miles per hour. We are going farther downhill, so it might be a little faster. All right, let's try 3. You can kind of really feel 3. I felt the kick. 18 miles per hour. Alright. 4. We're picking up speed. 22. To do level 5, we're going to turn around. All right, so we're gonna crank her up to number 5. The bike is totally unlocked. We're gonna see how far it gets downhill on level 5. This is where you're probably gonna be anyway. It does have a lot more power on number 5 taking off. Let's see. No pedaling. Level 5. It definitely has more oomph. Like it takes off much better, much better. I can feel it, it's fun. All right, so 27.5. Let's check out the suspension, see how she goes. Oh, what's that stick? It's not bad, huh? I mean, definitely lose some juice when it goes to dirt, but it's still good. Yeah, definitely a street warrior. I gotta admit, if you pedal it, you're gonna get up to speed really quick. It's not that hard to pedal. Keep it number 7. Look at that. Man, the suspension on this thing is bouncing. You give it that. It's got a bounce to it. How well does it do in soft sand? Oh, like butter. This is easy. All right, here's a nice rut. Let's see if I can get out of it. Or I'm like, what the heck are you doing? Let's say you get yourself in a hole. Can you get out of it with just the gas? Oh, with ease, with ease, with ease. So we're gonna try something a little more intense here. Being as tall as it is stable once you get used to it. So it's wet down here. Oh, barely made it out of that. Try this one too. Stop still. Oh no. Oh, it doesn't want to go out. Oh. It doesn't want to, that's crazy. If you want momentum going, you're not getting out of it. If you are interested in this bike, you can get this bike for about $1,700 at Ecotric.com. The speedometer was off on the bike by about 3 miles per hour, which isn't the end of the world. Would I recommend this bike? Yes and no. I'm not a big fan of how tall it is, but besides that, it does everything else that e-bike would do. It's very comfortable to ride. 2 minutes of riding, I didn't even realize I was even riding. I was just cruising around with no problem. Going over grass, rocks, it didn't matter. I was pretty stable. I didn't feel like I was gonna fall off. It performs very well. The power is okay. Once you get going, it is very nice, but taking off, I would say it slacks a little on the beginning end. One thing I do like about the bike is the battery does hold what the manufacturer says. After going 37 miles, that's fairly good for a battery on a bike. Only throttle, no pedaling. So recommending this bike, I would say yes to a tall person and no to a short person. And that's the only thing I could probably even say that would even matter about this bike if you're thinking about it. If you're too tall or too short. You can't be too tall, but you can't probably be too short. Like I said, you still can ride it and dismount it just fine. Thank you for watching.